Kia ora team, Noel Willoff here. Thanks so much for tuning into today's episode. But there's one important thing I want to say before you watch this video. I've noticed that over 91% of you who watch our content on YouTube do not subscribe to the podcast. My promise to you is if you subscribe to the podcast, I'll continue to get more of the guests on that you love and make sure that this conversation and this podcast grows to new levels. So please hit that subscribe button. Secondly, a massive shout out to our official sponsor of the podcast, whanau. If you want to save some cash and get some of their awesome gears, head to their website and plug in BTS20 and you'll get 20% off all of their products. Save some cash, support the podcast. Hope you enjoyed this conversation. Pasi, brother.
Hey, my man.
Welcome to the podcast.
Cheers, brother. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you on. All Black number 1219.
Yes. That's me.
Unbelievable. I thought, well, we're going to talk a lot about rugby and your career, but I mean, I was really keen to start the episode, bro, sort of like rewinding a bit.
Yep.
And sort of pinpointing a bit more about your childhood and like what were some of those moments that made you the man you are today. Obviously you're born in Levin, but keen to hear how was your childhood, brother? What are some of those key memories that you look back on?
I grew up in a humble home. Like we don't have much money. Dad worked on the farm, and when mum could, she would go out and help as well. Mm-hmm. We didn't have much. We got by though. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if I was brought up another way, I don't think I would be the man that I am today, because I feel like the childhood that I had shaped me into the guy that I am today, because I felt like growing up poor makes you kind of like appreciate stuff a bit more when you have it. So I always kind of tell people like I was a poor kid back then with no money. I'm just a poor kid now with adult money. That's basically it, bro.
It's a good way to put it. And I mean, when you say you grew up like poor, have you got any sort of like memories where like you really felt that experience, or you realize your situation was maybe different to other kids that you went to school with?
Well, how I kind of knew was the house that we grew up in when I was younger. It was just the walls were, holes in the wall, holes in the ground. It was just, floors are creaking, like house was cold in winter. Had a fireplace, but couldn't afford to get firewood. It was just, never had shoes. I don't know if it was because my feet were too big or old man couldn't give me some shoes, but I was always running around in bare feet. But looking back at it, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool growing up like that. It was, at the time, I probably didn't appreciate it as much. I probably wished that I had more, but when I look back now, I'm actually quite grateful that I had that upbringing.
Gives you perspective, eh?
Exactly, bro. So now, like I said, I've got adult money, but I'm still a poor kid at heart. I'm still the young kid that runs around in bare feet and back in Levin. Yeah.
That's powerful, bro. And are you only child?
No, I've got 3 siblings.
Yep.
So I've got I'm the oldest of 4. So I've got so me, then I've got Nicholas. He's just younger than me. Then I've got Tupo, and then I've got Sella, as my younger sister.
So were you the big bully as the siblings, bro? Picking on the little ones?
Kind of, but then at the same time, like as we grew up, because I moved away, and then when I came back, it kind of made us a bit more closer. So it kind of went from me, kind of the bully stage, and then it kind of ended up being me trying to help them, like is I don't know, it's like when you become an adult, like you kind of look at the kind of world like a bit differently, like you don't look at your siblings like when you see videos of like, no, I don't like my sister, I don't love my brother. When you grow up, you're like, I really do love my sister and I really do love my brother, I just want the best for them. Whatever I can do to help them, try to.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast you grow up, right? Like just even thinking back on some of those early memories, it's like you sort of blink and then you're like almost pushing 30. That's what I feel like. Like, fucking knees are going, my back's going. What is this?
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel, man. You blink and then everything's just gone past in the woods.
100%. When it came to like your introduction into sport in general, were you always like a pretty sporty kid, or do you remember like the first time you had like a rugby ball in your hands?
I didn't, like you ask some people, what age did you play rugby from? They say like 5. I didn't quite start playing rugby till I was maybe about 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going down to our local field where everyone plays rugby on the Saturday, and I remember watching one of my cousins playing, and almost made me like, damn, this is a sport that I would like to play. And then gave it a crack, and then fell in love with the sport ever since. Yeah, and I've just been playing it through the age grades. Yeah, right up until
I heard
now.
something that your old man, because you also made like a special team playing rugby league as well, like a NZ schools like rugby league team.
Yeah.
But you couldn't progress further with rugby league because the matches were on Sunday.
Yeah.
And you come from like a really strong Christian sort of background.
Yes.
But that decision was sort of made external to you. Like you weren't the one that said, I don't want to play rugby league. It was actually your old man.
Yeah, it was actually him. Yeah. So I think it was when I was 15. I think it was. I was still here in Levin. I was year 10, and also what I'll do is I'll play rugby on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday I'd wake up and drive here into Pasilio to play league. And I did that for quite a while, and then it kind of, I think every week that I wasn't at church, it kind of, my dad was just piling, and then it just got to one point where he was like, I don't want you to play league because it's on Sunday. If it was on Saturday, it would be fine, but because it was on Sunday, because he's real high. He's high in our church, and he's a real religious man, and he believes that we shouldn't be doing anything on Sunday. So yeah, like you're right, he made that decision for me.
Yeah, and how did that make you feel as like a 15-year-old? Were you gutted?
Yeah, obviously I was pretty gutted because it was kind of like all those Sundays that I went to play just went straight down the drain. Like it didn't mean anything because I was in line to make like a rep team, but then. Yeah, when he cut me off, I was a bit gutted, but then another opportunity came about, so that's all good.
Yeah, so grateful in hindsight.
Yeah, absolutely grateful, man.
Yeah. We had the bro Ruben Love on the podcast last year, which was awesome and so cool just to pick his brains. But we sort of opened the podcast with a bit of a story where one of his high school teachers told him that there would be like a 1% chance of him either becoming an All Black or making it professionally playing rugby. So we sort of started the episode being like, fuck you, whoever the teacher was.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
But keen to like hear from your perspective, bro. Did you have anyone in your ear growing up maybe like doubting your ability to maybe pursue professional sport or professional rugby? Did you have a teacher similar to Ruben Love's teacher who was like, nah, what are you doing? Go get a trade or go to university?
No, growing up, I was pretty lucky. I had pretty good coaches and teachers around me, and they were always pretty supportive of, how we played. But even if they did have an opinion, it wouldn't have mattered to me anyways. The only opinions that mattered to me is my mum and dad's, so, even if they said something, it wouldn't have mattered. But no teachers, anything growing up. Yeah, it was always good. Yeah, it was always good. Yeah.
No tall poppy syndrome and Horowhenua or Rotorua then, eh? That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
That's mean. And then you got the opportunity to move over to Rotorua Boys High. Was that a bit of a scholarship? Tell us a bit more about that, bro.
Yeah, so following off that year when I finished up with league, I was lucky enough to make the Horowhenua Kapiti under-16s team, and we had travelled up to Rotorua, up the East Coast, and they had a under-16s national tournament there, and I was playing for Horowhenua Kapiti at the time. And when I went up there, a man by the name James Porter was coaching the under-16s for Wellington. And he had seen me there, and he had asked, do you want to come up to Rotorua Boys and try and make it there? We've got a couple of All Blacks that have made it out of there. You could probably be the next. And I was a little bit skeptical about it at the time because it's so far away. It's a 6-hour drive.
Had you been there before?
No, I had no idea. Like, all I knew was that it stunk there. That's all I knew. Yeah, that's all I knew. Yeah. But I knew nothing about it. And then, long story short, they come and pick me up, and they're taking me up there to stay there the night, just to stay in the hostel the night, and then get to see how they operate and all that in the hostel. And he took me around and showed me all the volcanic stuff, and took us down the luge and all that. It was pretty cool. Man. He sold me. So
you get used to the smell, eh?
Yeah. Well, he sold me, and then I ended up going there, and I was stuck with that smell for 3 years. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty cool going up there. They're good school. They have a good first 15 and good bunch of lads up there too.
And so do you move up there, what, year 11?
Yeah, so I was in 2014.
Yeah. Nice. And then
Yeah.
you went straight into first 15 rugby there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man.
My 3 years there, it was pretty lucky.
Were you, because I remember there's a few, I went to Aotea College in Porirua,
Yeah.
and I remember there's like a few legends back in like year 9 who made first 15, and they were just like gods around school.
Around school, yeah.
Were you like kind of the man like
No,
back
well,
at school there? They're like, oh, we got this guy from Horofanua coming up.
well, I felt like the man because I was like, holy heck, I'm playing with like year 13s here, and
Yeah.
guys that like way older than me. But then yeah, no, you just my first year there was a little bit like but then it was cool like around the school because like it's easier to make. It was kind of easier to make mates at that school if you're in the first 15, like because if you're mates of like first 15 players, it was almost like you can kind of get along with everyone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first 15 players in high school were like local celebs, eh? I remember
Absolutely.
hearing stories of like Artie and Julian Savia. Apparently they were just like superstars, back in the day.
I would have loved to be around them, mate, in high school and
That'd
just
be
see them
sick.
absolutely rip it up.
100%.
It would have been so cool, yeah.
What was like the hardest part of doing that move for you, bro? Did you ever like doubt that decision heading up to Rotorua?
Yeah, I was. I think I cried the whole ride up.
Wow.
Yeah, well, because like I was a big mummy's boy back then. Yeah, that was probably the hardest part. Was probably just saying bye to mum and saying bye to dad, and just knowing that like I've been at home with them for the last 15 years, and now I'm about to move away and live my life away from them. And it was that was probably the toughest part. Was just saying bye to mum. And all the school holidays that I come back and have to say bye again. Yeah, those are always the hardest parts. It was the hardest part was saying the goodbye. But then once I got there, it was fine and get back into my routine again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the goodbyes never got easier.
Did they say any like words of wisdom to you before you're about to head over to Rotorua?
Yeah, it was always the same. It was always like remember where you come from. Like remember the struggles that you've come up with. Go there and play hard, play strong.
That's mean, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
So I guess after your journey and finishing up high school in Rotorua, then in 2018, was that when you landed your contract with Southland to play rugby down there?
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a contract. It was just they had just asked me to come in for the last 2 weeks.
Ah, true.
Yeah. So it wasn't really on paper. It was just because I'd played Southland Bees the whole year that year, and then they had once the Bees competition finished, they said, "Do you want to come in for 2 weeks?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to turn that down." Yeah, so I went in for the 2 weeks, and I was lucky enough to debut. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And like, why the move down south, bro? You mentioned something in a podcast I was hearing you speak on around like not wanting to sort of just follow others and hear where everyone else is going to go.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
That's exactly what it was, bro. I didn't want to be a sheep and follow the boys. Like it was almost like because I remember Southland have flown like a couple of us down, like quite a few boys down, and then they showed us their facilities and where we would be staying if you come down, and like at the time like the boys were just like, oh no, we should just sign with the Bay. We'll sign with the Bay. That's us. And at the time it was only Bay, Northland, and Southland. I put down Northland. I didn't want to go there. Bay of Plenty at the time were struggling with rugby. And Southland was offering a full academy contract, and it was almost like I wanted to make my own way in rugby and not kind of follow the boys just because they're going to Bay of Plenty. And so I ended up going down south there. Yeah, that was
It's
tough.
a ballsy move, bro.
It was so tough, man. Like I remember the lead up to it. Like I think it was like the last couple of days. I was just like, am I making the right choice here? Like, should I be going? Like, yeah. And like, I was starting to kind of doubt that, like, but I'd already put pen to paper, so I had to go. But it was almost like, damn, I don't think I made the right decision here. Like, yeah.
What do you think you're trying to like prove to yourself?
Or that I can make it elsewhere without having to, surround myself with, because when you play first 15, you're just so tight and like everything that you achieve is together. At the time when Bay of Plenty wasn't really that good, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I want to come here. But I don't know what made me want to go Southland. I don't know. I just had a feeling at the time, and then just took it.
Crazy, bro. Because you're so impressionable at that age, like 18, 19, 20. And like if all the boys are going one way, it's just a crazy thought pattern to be like, nah, actually, I'm backing myself. I'm going to go some place with like where I know nobody.
That's exactly what happened, bro. Like I just was just like, oh, I've already made the decision that I'm going down, so I've just got to back it. And yeah, ended up going down there. Stayed down there 4 years.
Any culture shocks heading down to Southland after spending much of your life like Horowhenua,
Yeah,
Rotorua?
they can piss up down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, holy heck, they can go on benders. Yeah,
true.
yeah, they're drinking.
Built different.
Oh, it's just they just love beer. They love drinking beer. Spates. Oh,
Yeah,
they love it. Yeah, I didn't realize how big the drinking culture was down there until I'd moved down, and it was almost like after every club game, I was just pissing up.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you still get? Is there quite a lot of that culture still in like sort of NPC, like party hard, play hard?
Oh,
Depends where you go.
Yeah, it's only like kind of like it just depends. Like you wouldn't just go roguely just pissing up every Saturday. You know, knowing that there's another game the next Saturday. You know, like you pick and choose your times that you do it. But most of the time, the boys plan things that you can do, like a fridge to fridge, or you know, like have a dress up party or something. You know, it's not just. Oh, I'm just gonna go for a piss up because I've just finished playing rugby.
Unless you win the Ranfurly Shield, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If we had won the Ranfurly, I'm going hard the whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. You see some funny news articles coming out. With, some leaked Snapchats or something.
Bro.
So you do 4 years down there, and then you move up to the Bay of Plenty.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that move, then finally heading back up to the BOP.
Oh yeah, so when I'd moved down in 2017, I moved down there, got my first couple of games under my belt for Southland in 2018, and then they'd fully contracted me from 2019 to 2020. So I played out the 2019 season, and then I'd come back in 2020, and there was a competition, the Global Rapid Rugby, had just come into play. And Southland kind of were like, the only way that we could go play was if they released us from our contract so that we can go play for Global Rapid Rugby. But they assured, like, it was kind of like, you go play for Rapid Rugby, but you're going to come back and play for us during NPC season. Because this ran through club season.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a new competition that was supposed to go on, but it ended up crashing.
Was it like a global, like an international comp?
Yeah, so like the name of the team I was supposed to go play for was China Lions.
China Lions.
Yeah, but because at the time that was when COVID was starting to pick up, and their base was in Shanghai. But because we're going to go to Shanghai, because that's where it was
the outbreak was.
That's where the outbreak was. So then they made an umbrella under Tauranga that they could that we could that they could host us there. Like that's where the team could be. And so like when I flew up to Tauranga, Clayton was the coach at the time, and he had asked me at one of the trainings. He was like, "What are your plans for next year?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, but I want to look. I'm off contract, but I want to try come back up north. I don't want to be down south anymore." And then he just like nodded it off, and I was like, "Oh, good convo." And then I flew back. Yeah, and then I flew back down south. Luckily, before COVID happened, and then after the 6 weeks, a contract come through, and it was from Bay of Plenty. It was Clayton. He sent through a contract, and I just put pen to paper straight away.
No hesitation.
No hesitation. Yeah, I was like,
wow.
This is like a dream for me. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better place to go to play. Yeah, and then after my last year down at the Staggies, I made the move back up north.
Wow, that's huge, bro.
Yeah, man.
And like, how does it work when you land one of those like NPC roles, bro? Is that usually enough to like support yourself full time as like your first professional contracts?
I feel like if it's just me, I feel like it can support me pretty well. But you're only getting paid that for 12 weeks. So it's not really, like stable. You still got to work. And then unless you're a super rugby player and come down and play in PC, but if you're working and just playing club rugby and then going into PC, you're working basically the whole 6 months of the year, and then the last half you're just playing PC.
Yeah. So if you don't have that sort of super rugby contracts, a lot of those boys have like proper
jobs, like 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
Or 7 to 5s. Yeah.
That's hard yakka, eh?
Oh, bro, it's tough. I did that for. I did that down at the. I did that my first year at Bay of Plenty.
True.
I was training at 5 o'clock every morning, then go to work at 7, come back at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, train, go home by 8, and then do that all over again.
Hectic, bro.
Oh, bro.
That
It
is
was
heck.
tough, man. It was. Yeah, when I look back at it now, I'm like, holy heck, I'm so grateful that I'm here now, that I've got this job, because that was a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
5 o'clock every morning.
yeah, that is the definition of the trenches, eh?
Yeah.
Um, and like when you're playing sort of provincial level, bro, was there like a moment between your time in Southland and the Bay of Plenty where you're like, fuck, I'm actually living my dream here? Or were you just so much in the trenches with juggling work that it was hard to sort of like take it in what you had achieved to date?
No, when I was like working, obviously I felt that way. But then when we were in season, I was like, holy heck, this is like, I felt cool. Like I was almost like, I felt cool being around all these superstars. Because at the time when Bale Plenty had signed me and I'd come up, we had like Sean Wainui, Triple T. We had this kid down from Crusaders, Inga Finau, he came up too. We had Naito, all these super rugby players.
That's lame.
And I'm around them like, holy, like I feel so cool, like being around all these players. But yeah, I did actually feel pretty cool. And like when I was when I was like just being there, like
Yeah.
it was cool. Yeah.
And how do you personally, bro, like how do you I don't say like command respect in those areas, but like how do you be you in those environments as you're like, a young man
Oh yeah.
with all of these fucking people you've seen on TV? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's a crazy feeling.
Yeah. No, to be honest, bro. Like wherever I go, I'm just me. And if you like, I'm big on, if you don't like me, then like that's your problem, not mine. I'm gonna still be me. And like in those environments, I was just there were. I'm not gonna name anyone, but like there were like a couple of times where like I might have like overstepped with how I am, but then by the end of the season, they come around the corner, like they're just like, oh no, you're actually all right. Yeah, you're actually all right. You're actually all right. Yeah, and then I fell in love with the place, and I love being up there in Tauranga with the Steamers boys. They're
That's
good
me,
bunch
bro.
of fellas there. Yeah.
And then so you had a couple real good seasons up there, eh? And then that's led the attention from the Canes to reach out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that all unfold, bro?
No, so when was my last year? I think it was 2020 down in Southland, and then I'd moved up. So that 21 season, I had played for Bay of Plenty, and I was lucky after that year, I got signed straight away. So yeah, it was. Sorry, what was the question again?
Like how did that contract sort of come about with the Canes?
Oh yeah, so like I played that. I don't know if you guys remember, but we played against the Lions, and that was the one when I scored that try. I don't know if you remember. Oh, so like
wasn't the final?
No. We played Wellington in Rotorua. Yeah, and I got this mean like run where like I ran through like two people, did like a little fend, and then scored a try.
We'll clip that as you're talking, so we can play it on the socials.
Yeah, and they were like, there was some sort of thing when they were like the cult hero or something. That was what they were calling me at the time.
The cult hero.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, they were calling me something like And so like I was lucky that year, because at that game when we were versing the Lions, Alfie was there, the Hurricanes coaches. So once they'd seen that, then they had were getting in contact with me, and when they had gotten in contact with me, they were only offering like a 12-week. And at the time I was like, I don't know if I want to just come for 12 weeks and then have to go back and work again, because I know that feeling of having to work. It sucks, you know. And and those 12 weeks, that includes preseason, which is 8 weeks. So then initially you're only there for like 4 weeks during the season, then you're gone. And so I wasn't gonna. I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And then at that time, that was when whanau had just come in, and whanau had offered me a 2-year contract.
Oh shit! So you had 12 weeks with the Canes, or 2 years with,
or 2 years with whanau.
Ah.
So when they had offered that contract with whanau, my agent was like, "Let's sign this, because your dream was to become a Super Rugby player. So let's get this done." And then I wanted to sign it, but my heart wasn't there, because first I didn't want to live in Auckland, because it's so far away from here. This is close to Levin. That's where my family is. And then at the time they weren't offering that much money. Like it was below, it was not that much. And then I think the Canes had caught whispers about it, and then it kind of matched up, because at the time Owen Franks did his I think it was his Achilles, and he was out for basically the first half of the year. And so then they had come back to me and said, we got your contract, but you have to sign it. And so I read over and it was all good. And I signed it quickly. Yeah.
Crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Well, because I'm not a big fan of living in Auckland. You know, it's not a place that I really want to stay at, you know. So
No, neither, to be honest. I've never been. I think it's different, eh? Like growing up sort of around these areas.
Yeah.
Like some parts of Auckland absolutely beautiful.
yeah,
but
absolutely. Yeah.
I think growing up not in like a big city,
Mm,
you go up there and it feels like a big city.
Yeah, that's why I love it here, because it's like it's not as small as Dunedin, but it's not as big as Auckland. It's like just in the middle, you know. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It takes like what, half an hour to 45 minutes to get to the airport and then back.
100%.
But in Auckland, you're sitting in traffic for an hour if you go at the wrong time.
Yeah,
you know?
hard out.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty tough. Shit. So what was that feeling like, bro? Landing your first like Super Rugby contract for the Canes.
Yeah, it was cool, bro. Like, and I think I remember the first time that I did it, I called my missus, and like I was just in disbelief. Like I was just like, I can't believe I'm getting offered this. You know, like this is crazy. And so I called her, and then like she's always the person that I want to tell when something positive happens. Yeah. And so I told her, and then we told my family, but like I kind of told them not to say anything. I wanted people to find out when they posted on the page.
Hey, true.
Yeah, you know, like it's kind of like a big surprise, you know.
Yeah,
it was cool. Yeah, and it was cool, like all the feedback that I'd gotten back. You know, people from Levin, you know, we knew you were gonna make it. You know,
Unreal.
Yeah. Well, I know, you know, it's kind of like I've got a good memory. I know who believed in me and who was kind of like, oh,
yeah,
you know,
100%, bro. Like what were happening, I guess, like in those moments, bro, behind closed doors to get to performing at that level where you can land that Super Rugby contract? Like, was there a switch that you had to pull mentally in terms of like, I don't know, discipline? Because obviously a big part of your story is shifting from being number 8 to a tight head prop.
Yeah.
Because that's almost like reinvented yourself as a rugby player. Yeah. Right. And could be quite risky in many ways too, like a totally different position.
Yeah.
So yeah, to tell us a little bit more probably about that and like reinventing yourself as a rugby player to take it to the next level.
Yeah. Well, touching on that number 8 prop. Well, you know, like I was pretty at the time, like when lockdown happened, I was just like, oh, if I'm running heaps, I can surely eat heaps too. And so that's exactly what I did. I'll go out and train, and I'll just come back and eat as much, like, you know, like I'll just eat till I'm like here.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
At least I'm burning calories though.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I think I remember going into lockdown, I think I was I might have been 143, 144.
Going in?
This is going in.
I thought you meant going out.
No, this is going in, man. And then coming out, I was about 157.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I had gained some weight, yeah.
Mate, it's impressive going for runs, like, with that amount of kegs. Yeah. Like, that's a lot for your pins to carry.
Yeah, I was running with that too, like, and I thought, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we went back and ran a yo-yo, and after we'd run that yo-yo, I dropped out, like, way before I even got to, like, the proper levels of what you should be running. I dropped out way before even that had happened. And then when I went to go do my skin forward to my weight, oh my god, did I get the whooping?
Was that? Were you at Bay of Plenty there, or were you at the Canes?
No. Oh no, this was way before that.
Oh, that was before.
This was before that. This was when I was down at the Staggies. Yeah. But getting into the Canes, I obviously had to sort out my diet. That was probably the hardest part about it.
Yeah.
And it still is to this day. I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
But I like just got to sniff food and I gain weight. You know, like I'm that. That's how fast I gain weight, bro. Yeah. So I still got to have that on lockdown. Yeah. But it's not easy. But.
Yeah, I feel like people in lockdown either got real jacks or just like did the opposite. You know what I mean?
And I did the complete opposite. Yeah, I blew right out.
What were you tucking into food wise? Like you just have so much time, eh?
Oh, bro, like you get so bored during the day.
Yeah,
like
you just look in the fridge.
Yeah, you wake up, you have breakfast, and then an hour later you're like, I'm hungry again. But you're really just bored.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. I just wake up, have my breakfast, go for my run, and then I'll be back before 10. And then I've got the whole day to kill.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than to just eat?
Yeah.
That's all I did.
I mean, you need some snacks when Auntie Jacinda's doing the 1 p.m. presser. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you need
100%. And that was cool too, like always listening to like the, you know, what's going on and all. Because obviously like you're only in your house, you know, like
100%.
yeah.
Fuck, that was a crazy time.
Oh,
eh?
bro, like going
Such a crazy time.
even just going for a walk, like before you know, you see like people when you go for a walk, they can just you're walking along and then it just goes like that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like you know,
I
like you're
know.
just completely trying to avoid each other.
Bro,
It's crazy.
so crazy. Yeah, my daughter had her first week at school, and then it was COVID lockdown, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know how to be a teacher."
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. And then now you're stuck at home for 6 weeks
I know.
trying to entertain a kid.
Yeah,
you know?
it was
Yeah.
tough, very tough. Yeah, well, so like, what was that identity shift like from you, bro? Playing number 8 to then tight head prop. Was there any like part of your old self that you had to sort of let go in terms of your like mentality?
It was more like ego, like
Interesting.
you know, like for me, it was more my ego. Like I always said to myself, I'm gonna make it as a number 8, whether I'm heavy or not. You know, I'm gonna make it, and I was pretty locked in at trying to make it at number 8. And like throughout school, you know, people would be like, "Oh, have you ever tried playing prop?" Like some of the coaches, and I'll just be like, "Nah." Like it was almost like when they said, "If I have I thought about playing prop," you get that gut feeling like,
Right.
holy, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't like you know, it was
Yeah.
almost like, damn, I must not be doing it right, like
Yeah.
playing right, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then yeah, when lockdown had happened and I gained all that weight, when I'd come back, I was kind of set on like changing the prop because I the year before, I was never getting lifted on the lineouts, and I was such a like I was never an option. So, and I had a thought of like maybe trying to change the prop, but I wasn't fully committed to playing prop. I was still committed to playing 8. But then after lockdown, that was when I'd fully committed to playing prop.
True.
Yeah, it was tough old grind.
Was there any I guess like big learnings when you first went into playing prop?
100%.
Like any like humbling moments that you remember? Yeah.
Like my hat goes off to props. Like if you think that 800 kilos going one way,
Yeah, that's
another 800 going, and you're right on the mixer, especially at
crazy,
tie head, because if you think about the scrum, or this is what I've heard from my coach, if you think about the scrum, the tie head's left shoulder and the hooker's right shoulder is the middle of the scrum. So that's where a lot of the weight is getting pushed through. So like if we get it wrong, we can snap a back, we can snap a leg, you know.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you have cauliflower ears? Oh yeah, nice. Did you get that when you moved to prop?
I only just got it 2 years ago when I made the All Blacks.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's got to be a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Prerequisite, eh? You can't be an All Black prof and not have one.
Yeah, well, yeah. They I thought I knew what scrumming was.
Yeah.
Until I made the All Blacks. Yeah, when you make the All Blacks, holy.
Do you try and drain them or nah?
Yeah, this one's fully drained. It's I drained it last year in San Diego.
Crazy.
Yeah, but because it
hurts like a bitch apparently. Yeah.
Oh my god, it flared up so many times. Like I drained it, and then I had a training, flared up again, then I drained it again, and then when we went to San Diego, we had a training, and we did like a pick and go drill, and when I went to go pick and I went to go carry, my ear donked into someone's head, and it just blew up. And I said to the doc, and I was like, just drain it till it's fully drained.
Raisin.
Yeah, and then so he just drained it all out, and it's ended up like this. It's just fully solid now.
Crazy. Yeah, it gets rock hard, eh?
Yeah, but the only thing now with it, the only problem with it being hard now is that the skin rips, and that to me is more irritating than the cauliflower ear itself.
Does it bleed when the skin rips?
Yeah,
or nah?
you see how it's like.
Yeah.
So when that was fresh, it was sore. Like it's almost like when you have a blister and then it pops and then the wind hits it.
Yeah, bro.
That's what this feels like. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sore, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because you see Dupe saying his ears get pretty busted up after some matches.
He's a flanker, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's from the banging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a flanker, you're making so many tackles.
Yeah.
Oof,
yeah. 100%. It's all, I do a bit of jiu-jitsu, and it's like almost like a badge of honor for a lot of the jiu-jitsu people.
Yeah. They love the collies. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, collies are cool.
Send Dagestan and forget. You know what I mean? They love it.
Well, because when we went to America, when we were in Chicago, that's what they asked. They're like, "Are you a wrestler?
Are you a wrestler?"
Yeah, that's what they were asking me. I'm like, no, I'm not a wrestler.
You'd be like, "Yeah, UFC."
Yeah.
Heavyweight champ. That's crack up. Yeah, that's massive, bro. So, I guess you mentioned like the sort of ego piece, transitioning. Was there like a moment during that transition where like your ego like got in the way of progress, or were you pretty good at actually sort of putting that to one side?
I think before lockdown, yeah, it was I was just stuck on, I don't want to move. Like,
Mm.
I don't want to change the prop. But then once after lockdown had happened, I just put all my eggs in one basket and just fully committed to learning prop. Yeah. Like, I knew nothing about scrumming. All I thought was you just crouch, you bind, and then you just hit in. But I didn't know that there were techniques and all that to it. And then my first, I remember my first scrum that I jumped in at prop, and I was when I was at 8. This played a part in like not wanting me to change the prop.
Yeah.
So my first year down in Imakagu, when I was playing club, our prop had gone down and they had asked me to go full in. And when I jumped in at prop, I had like got lifted up. I got lifted up and like or like fully lifted up, and then I had set back on my lock.
Fuck.
And my lock stood up. He
Holy
got set back too.
shit.
Yeah. So that to me was like, when that had happened to me, I was like, I'm definitely not changing this prop. So then when
Not
it
for
came
me.
to changing the prop, that image always popped into my head. Yeah.
Yeah, like almost a bit of trauma, right?
Yeah, it was almost like, oh my God, I
PTSD.
don't want to go through that again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What does like discipline look like for you, bro? When no one's watching. Like, obviously you've reached the ABs now.
Mm-mm.
Like, what does just that extra layer of discipline. Like, tell us what that looks like for an All Black.
For instance, something like obviously my nutrition. You know, like it's easy to nail your nutrition when you're in with the team because everyone's eating the same thing. But when you're at home, the cupboard's yours, and the fridge is yours,
Freedom.
Like freedom. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, I'm even now I'm still trying to train myself to be able to, say no to the treats and all that. It's not easy, but I'm still trying to get that right. Another one, when I'm in season, I'm pretty big on doing my recovery. Just if it's either if it's doing a sauna at base or maybe coming for like a swim here at the local here, just out here. Yeah.
Do you do like the cold plunges and stuff as well?
Yeah. Have to, yeah.
Is that like
100%.
compulsory for the boys or?
Oh, it's not yeah, at the ABs it is. Yeah, it's compulsory to do cold. Yeah, but I'm a big sauna. I love saunaing. Yeah,
Sauna's mean, eh?
Oh, it's so man. And then you jump in the cold afterwards. Oh,
yeah, that's nice. You always get the funniest chats. I always used to go to the pools in Porirua.
Yeah.
And you're just like you're sitting there, and then you just hear the most unhinged yarns.
Yeah,
eh?
exactly. Yeah, you're just like, what the heck? How did this start up?
Yeah, what did that boomer just say again?
yeah. They have some out of it combos in there.
Is there any like personal habits that you've? I guess it's sort of similar to what you're saying, but personal habits that you've had to like unlearn through now reaching this new pinnacle of reaching like the ABs.
So like, is it? Do you mean like had to put away? Like
yeah, like old habits that you've maybe had to let go.
Yeah. Oh, I can't really think of any. I've always been like, right up until I made the All Blacks, I was basically just winging it with what I ate and all that. Like people just assume that when you make Super Rugby, you're on good money, but that's not really the case. You still got to negotiate your contracts, and you got to make it work. And then living here in Wellington is expensive, So it was pretty tough. Like,
Bro, take us to the All Blacks call up as well. So I think I heard somewhere that there was like a camp prior to the selection announcement. Take us back to that moment, bro. Does it feel like a fever dream? That was what, 2024?
2024. So we had just finished playing the Chiefs in the semi-finals, and we had lost to them. And we had our Mad Monday because we had played, I think it was a Sunday game that we played. And so we had a Mad Monday, and then oh no, it wasn't Mad Monday. It was on Sunday. Sundays, yeah. So when we drunk on that Sunday, I went home and I called it a day. And then on the Monday when I woke up, one of the guys from in the ABs had called and said, "Oh, you've been invited to come along to the All Blacks camp." Yeah, and like obviously, like you get like a rush of like nervous but excited kind of thing, like because like what the expectation is at the All Blacks. When you think All Blacks, you already know the expectation is going to be high. And so like I went in like I got to put my best foot forward here and everything like that. And they took us through like a camp for, I think it was about 3 days.
True. That's interesting. Not a long camp, eh?
Nah, it was only a short one because the boys that had the finals that week. So I think they called us. I think it was on Wednesday we had our camp, and then on Friday we were done. Yeah. And then the following week, they told us at that camp that if we make it, you'll get a call from us, and if not, you won't get that. You'll get a call, but there'll be more to it. It's always they'll tell you why you haven't made it and stuff like that. Yeah. Then he had called through, and apparently I was the first person he called.
Because you did some media stuff after that too, eh?
Yeah, well, because that was why I was the first person he called, because he wanted me to get on a plane to go down there. Yeah, so on that Monday morning when he called, when I was still in my jocks, because I'd just woken up to do the kids, and it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and he called, and he was like, "Yeah, you've made it, but we want to put you on a plane to come down and
Crazy.
do the media." Yeah.
Is in that moment between the camp ending to that phone call, like, what was your gut telling you, bro? Were you like, I've got this?
Oh, no, I was the complete opposite, because I think it was like maybe the whole season of the Canes, I'd be getting feedback from Razor, or not Razor, from Jace Ryan, and then he'd gone radio silent on me like the last maybe 2-3 weeks, and then I started to like get the seed of doubt that like I might not make it, and then after the camp on Friday, all of Saturday and Sunday, I was just on edge. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like, just chirping in my missus' ear, but babe, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like just so nervous. And then, luckily on Monday when he called through, it was an unknown number, so I don't know if it was.
Is it IRD? Like,
yeah. I was almost like, cause when a random number comes through, if it's a no caller ID or like a random number, I don't answer it.
No, neither.
No,
could be the tax man.
Yeah, exactly. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
But when I looked at it, I kind of answered it in hopes that it was Razor.
You're like,
so it was kind of like a risky, like,
hey mate, Pasi just at the gym,
Yeah. So then, luckily I answered it because I was about to deny. I was about to like just end the call. Yeah.
Does like the coach, and in that case Razor, do they play it pretty cryptic at the start, like a bit of small talk? Hey mate, how's it going? Or just straight to the point?
Nah, he just called in. He basically called and was like, hey Pasi, it's me, Razor. Oh, hey Razor, how are you? He's like, I'm doing good. I'm just calling you to tell you that you've made the team. And I was like, oh, yo, this is cool. But obviously you got to keep it cool on the phone. You don't want to sound too excited. So I was like, oh yeah, thank you for the call, Razor. Thank you. And then as soon as I hung up, I ran downstairs and was like hugging my missus. And
bro, that's so special.
Yeah, it was so cool. But it was just cool that I was able to share with her, a girl 100%. That was with me through all the years of grind, Because, it wasn't an easy ride to get there, but we got there in the end. So, yeah.
What was the first thought that went through your mind when you got that phone call?
Like, what people are gonna think? Like, it was more like, because I know that the whole of New Zealand's gonna know, because like the All Blacks announcement was that night, and the only thing that I could think about was like the people back in Levin, like almost as if like I'm representing them, like, and that's how I feel. I don't I don't know, but in the moment, like when I was thinking, I was like, I want to make the Levin, like, I want to make them proud, kind of, Yeah, but it was cool because before that, before I had gone down, I had called my sister, and I said to her, set up your phone so where Dad can't see it, and just put the team selection on, and don't tell him anything. Just tell him to watch.
Oh no way! You got a video of it?
Yeah, got a video. Yeah, my sister recorded it. Yeah.
Oh, bro, man, is that on socials?
No, I haven't posted it or anything. No, it was just my sister had just posted, had just put it in like a little corner, and you can just see him sitting on the couch.
Wow.
Yeah, but he had no idea about it. But like on the video, like when it plays, he's just sitting there and like it's going through all the names, and then when he said my name, he was like, oh, like got a fright, like what the heck? Yeah, and then he called me that night, and it was just special to hear how happy he was for me, like a man that struggled to look after,
sacrificed a lot. Yeah,
he sacrificed so much for us, and it was just satisfying to me that I was able to make him happy in that way,
That must be the best feeling, bro.
It's so good, bro, being able to make your parents proud of you, or like make them happy,
100%. Yeah. And what did your missus say to you? She was just been like crazy proud of you.
Yeah. Well, because she was, when I was telling you that weekend, I was a little bit like, she's always like, don't worry about it, babe. It's all good, Yeah, but then yeah, it was almost like when I went down and celebrated with her. Like I didn't have much time at the time, you know, because when he called in the morning, he was like, "We're putting you on a flight at 12."
Oh shit.
So I had no time. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
almost like I had to go down, you know, have a quick little celebration with her, and
Yeah.
then like, you know, get ready to go on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool because when I got to the after I had finished like, you know, celebrating there, and then she was like said goodbye to her, and I went to the airport. It was funny because when I got to the airport, TJ and Geordie were there,
Yeah.
and when they see me, they were like, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like, you know, yeah, it was cool to be able to share that with them because we all knew that we had made it because that was the whole reason of why we flew down was for the media thing. Yeah, it was cool seeing them there too and being able to, you know, I don't know, kind of enjoy that with them too. You
Yeah,
know, it was
big
pretty,
time.
yeah, especially with TJ because
He's the man, eh?
oh, bro, he is mahi dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's the definition of Mamba mindset.
You got any TJ stories? Like locker room TJ stories?
None. No, he's pretty locked in a majority of the time that he's in with us.
Yeah.
But one thing that I was pretty surprised with, like that's how like with what I knew that he was mentally strong was that he'd become vegan. He'd went vegan. Do you remember the time he went vegan? He went vegan my whole first year. My first year at the Canes, he was vegan.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Just eating salads, bro.
and I'm just like, how are you running on energy? Like,
yeah, big time.
and he said, oh, I don't do it for the diet. I just do it just to test if I can do it mentally. I'm like, what the heck? Are you just putting yourself through this just to see how mentally strong you are? And I was like, damn, this guy's on another level.
He's that sort of guy, eh?
Yeah, and
He's
he
that sort
always
of guy.
competes.
Yeah,
always competes.
100%. Yeah, he is the absolute man. Love TJ. I think he was the first All Black we had on the show, eh?
Oh,
and
yeah?
it was mean because like he has no business being on the podcast. He's like a superstar, and he's just like, yeah, mate, I'll jump on.
Yeah, 100%. No, you got to support the local, bro.
Yeah,
come out here and support you, man.
Yeah, I think also with like TJ and I guess some of those other like AB goats, bro. Like, is there anyone in the team, like now, past, present, where you've like got a lot of like internal motivation or inspiration from? Or even like guidance and
or like
leadership?
is it kind of like someone that I grew up watching, or someone that was in the team that helped guided me?
Help guide you in, yeah.
Dane Coles.
Dane Coles, man, because he's a Kapiti boy.
He's a Kapiti man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was almost it was kind of like when we both found out that we were both Horofuna Kapiti, because I don't think he had known I was from Levin, and then when he found I was from Levin, that was when we started getting close. Yeah, and it was always cool with him because it was almost like he kind of took me under his wing. I don't know if he took me under his wing, but that's how it felt to me, you know, like it was always cool having old dad watch over us, you know, and like, you know, keeping, he was like the, you know, if you play up, poof, he's going to be the one to growl you, you know, and if Colsey growls you, you know, it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Time,
you know, it's real bad. So yeah, Colsey, man.
Colsey is
one of the absolute greats.
Was there any like expectations that you had about the All Black environment that turned out to be wrong? Like anything going in there, you're like, man, I have the perception that it's going to be like this, and it was just totally the opposite. Like, how were your expectations sort of going into the team and that environment?
No, it was actually, I was like, well, when I went in at first, like it was everything that I had imagined. Like, because the first day was obviously our kit day, and holy, that was
what's kit day? Is that when you?
That's when we get all our kit. When I was pulling my bag and like putting like heaps of clothes and shoes and boots and everything in it.
How does that work? Does it take you to a room?
So like you get allocated a time,
yeah, and
you walk into a room. It's like, the room's pretty big, but when you walk in, there's just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff in there, and it's almost like created like a path that's like a snake.
Yeah,
and so you just at the start is like your sizings for your jersey, shorts, socks, and then as you're walking down, you get your boots that you need, and then you have like runners that you can pick from, casuals you can pick from, and then as you're walking down, they just say, yep, there's 3 boxes there of shirts. You can only take two or take one of each. And so we take that, and then like it's just kit for days, bro. Like it's
that's insane.
Oh, it was so mean, bro. Like I couldn't believe like how much kit was in that room, and it was just for free. Like
that's nuts.
Oh, bro, it doesn't get old. Even when I got cutted out last time,
yeah,
bro, it never gets old, man.
Yeah. Shout out Adidas.
Shout out to Adidas.
Is there any other like perks? Like you've obviously got a few other sponsorship. You got a nice watch there. There's a Toyota sponsorship now. It used to be like, was it like a sort of Mustang arrangement or something?
What's this for?
Like just the sponsors of the ABs. Are
Oh,
there any
yeah,
other
yeah.
like perks that you get?
Yeah. So
Like-
we get Toodle.
Man,
Yeah, shout out to Toodle, man. They're unreal. Yeah. So you have to play 5 games for the All Blacks to get a watch.
hey, true, got that.
Yeah, man. It's almost like it's like the brother of Rolex. Whereas in Rolex focus on like like luxury and all that. Whereas in these guys are more sports.
What are they called?
Tudor, Tudor, yeah.
Oh man,
Based in Geneva, Switzerland.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's so mint, bro. Yeah,
That's
yeah, bro.
any other perks that you get like that? You get the kits.
We just get treated like royalty in the All Blacks, bro. The breakfast is always cooked, lunch is always cooked. After trainings is always smoothies.
Yo,
Oh, bro, whatever you can think of, bro. We get washing done for us every day.
see, that's sold me, eh?
Oh, bro, it's so mean. You take it down by 6 and it'll be done by 6 in the morning.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Huge operation behind it.
Oh, bro. The shout out to the team like behind the scenes when they doing all that kind of stuff. That's like that's crazy, man. I don't know if I could do that day in day out, just doing washing the boys' clothes.
Yeah.
No way. I'm not doing that.
What sort of roles are they? Those people who are just doing washing? Is it just like, are they?
I'm not too sure what their role is, but I know that like we have like a equipment manager that kind of looks after everything, and he kind of facilitates, like how the washing is to be done, what gears need to be where, blah blah blah.
You just focus on training, eh? And
Yeah, we
performing.
just focus on training. Yeah.
That's massive. And like, how did your life change, bro, from being an AB? Like, was there anything in particular that like stands out to you?
Just like when you go into public and like you can feel people looking at you. But like I didn't play rugby for the fame, but like you can, and like I always tell like people like like I played rugby because I loved rugby. I don't play rugby to be famous, but like I always get reminded from my partner like that this is just what comes with it. And so I've learned to embrace it, like if I see someone recognize me in public, I'll always go up and say hi, high five and stuff like that, like because like
well, you remember being that
yeah,
kid,
right? Exactly, yeah. So like like once my partner said to me like this comes with the job, just remember that they're like these are kids that look up to you, so yeah. So whenever I always make time for like people,
Yeah.
I think I heard a saying from Mike Tyson that said, wealth isn't avoiding the people, it's being accepted by the people. You know what I mean? Like he referenced it to like where there was this he was talking about Floyd Mayweather or something, how Floyd Mayweather can't even go outside and like talk to his fans and like like he was saying like like it's not running away from the people, it's being accepted by them, so whenever I'm around, like I always try and make time for fans.
That's mean, bro. It's you see videos of just like celebrities just snubbing like little kids or sports stars, and you're like, mate, obviously it get annoying if you're like out for dinner with your family and people are like, hey mate, come a photo, but it's such a little gesture which goes such a like long way, especially for kids.
Yeah, it's like at the time, like if there was a scenario like I'm out at dinner, like like most people would think that it's rude. Like sometimes I would think it's rude as well. But then like I just got to remember that like these are people that see us on TV and they're only just seeing us now. Because how they're seeing us or how they see me is how I would see Adi Salveo for the first time.
Yeah, big time.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, oh my god, I want a photo. Can I get a photo?
100%.
Like
Yeah.
So like me like that to Adi and then like that to me. I just gotta you just gotta do it.
100%.
Yeah.
And you had your debut against Fiji.
Yes.
And then you scored your first try against, was it Japan?
Yeah.
Unreal, bro.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like?
Nah, it was buzzy. Yeah. Like I just remember that game. I was just naked the whole game because it was hot over there. It was so muggy. Yeah, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Yeah,
Man.
It was lucky that I scored that try because I had a cousin that had made a bet. He'd put up on Facebook, and he's like, put it on the story, and he's like, Pasi, if you see this and you score a try, I'm gonna get the Khaleesi. There's a league player, Khaleesi something.
For the Waz or?
No, he plays over in Australia. His haircut is like the reverse mullet.
Oh, no
You
way.
know, the kinner at the front, and then
Yeah.
it goes to a mullet.
Yeah.
And he said, if you score a try, I'll get that.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I scored that try, and he kept his word, and he actually shaved his head off, bro. I don't know what made him do it. I was like, well, it was
Damn, that's so good.
yeah,
That must be a super special feeling, eh?
Yeah.
Scoring your first try.
bro. It's so mean, and like and the stadiums that they have overseas are so mean.
Do you get nervous before like game day as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah. When do the nerves kick in for you?
The nerves kick in when I'm at the grounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like the build up is all good. It's more like once I see the stadium, that's when I get nervous. That's when I'm like, damn, I'm about to go in. And the nerves are still the same. The nerves that I feel now are still the same as when I play club rugby. You know, like I get nervous before every game, whether it's club rugby, NPC, Super, or international. My nerves are all still the same.
That's probably a good thing, eh? They say like if you feel nervous, it's because you care.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that's how a lot of people perform.
Mm.
What about like pre-match rituals? Got any pre-match rituals?
Nah.
You like a big music guy, visualization?
Oh no, I'm like a, you know, like people like to listen to like. I'm the complete opposite.
Bit of Olivia Dean.
Yeah, I like Olivia Dean.
She's actually on, eh?
Yeah, she's unreal, bro.
Yeah,
she's so good. I'm trying to learn a couple of songs on guitar. But
man.
yeah.
Mate, speaking of music, I saw you did a song with 660 recently. Bro, what?
Yeah, it was cool, man.
How did that come about?
Oh, so like when we were with the All Blacks, it was me, Gio, and Sevu.
Yeah.
We had a promo where we were supposed to go and play with 660, go play a couple of songs. Or they had a new song, which is that We Made It song that I performed with them. And at the time they were like, they wanted to teach it to us and wanted to sing it. And so it's on their socials. And so we sung that song, and then ever since then we kind of kept in contact. And then when we were in Switzerland, I was in Switzerland for a promo with Tudor. After we played Wales, some of us stayed back for promos. And so I had stayed back, and then on my second night when I was in Geneva, they messaged through and they said, bro, do you want to come jump on stage with us and rip out the guitar? And I was like, I'm still overseas at the moment. Do you know what dates they'll be at? And then they gave me the dates, and I was like, let me just get back to you and let me talk to my partner about it. But the only reason why I brought up my partner was because like in the moment, I'm 6 weeks into a tour. I just want to come home. Like, I don't want to leave. You know, I just want to come home, be home with my family.
Yeah.
But then when I called my partner, she was like, "You're going." Yeah, she didn't she didn't give me the choice. She was basically like, "You're going." Like, when do 660 ever do this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, they never ever do this for anyone. So you have to go. Like, you're basically sounding ungrateful for not going. And then I was like, babe. I didn't say no. I just said I wanted to discuss it with you.
Yeah.
And so we discussed it, and then I ended up getting back to him, and I was like, yeah, keen to do it. And so they flew me over. They flew me over to Sydney. Yeah.
I was over in Sydney.
Yeah.
Hey.
So they flew me over on the Wednesday, and then on the Thursday we performed. Then I flew back on Friday. It was in front of the Opera House.
Bro, that's crazy.
Bro, it was so mean, bro. Yeah.
Mate, what else are you going to accomplish? That's crazy, yeah. Like,
yeah, no, it was mean. It was actually pretty cool. But what I liked about it was that, like, because the song that we performed, I only performed the one song, and it was the last song.
Yeah.
And so, like, I basically had a free concert. I was in the back with those ear thingies. They go in your ear. Yeah. So I was just listening to Machu sing the whole time. It was so good.
What are those ear thingies? Do you guys hear their voice?
Yeah, it's so you can hear the band, because at concerts everything echoes, so you can't.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep in rhythm. But when you have that on, you can turn it up to hear different. You can hear everyone, but you can maybe make your guitar a little bit louder in your ear, so you can hear what you're strumming. And so that's what that's is, so we can keep in time. That's the only thing. That's only what it's for. But it's mean because when I wear it, I can hear Machu singing in it.
Yo, man.
And like I think I remember it was the song. You know the song "Sundown."
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he sung that, I had both of them in, so I couldn't hear the crowd. And then I took one out, and I was like, "Holy heck!" The crowd was like singing it back to him.
Shit.
I was standing in the back like, "Holy heck, this is so mean!" Like,
bro, what an opportunity! That's so sick.
Yeah, it was wicked.
What did they choose you to have the jam?
I think it was because when we were there, it was buzzy because after we had done that promo, I kind of tried to stick back a little bit and ask Marlon if he could teach me a couple of the songs, and I picked up a couple of them pretty quickly, and he was like, "Bro, you've got it pretty quick." And then throughout the year, I think there was one time I went to Auckland and I had a promo there, and they had messaged and said, "Bro, you're in Auckland. Do you want to stop by the studio? We're recording our new album." Like stuff like that. But I couldn't go because I was only up for the day.
Yeah.
And then when it got to the end of the year, I think we just kept in contact all right through. And because they knew that I could jam, and I think it was a bit easier.
Bro, what a mean opportunity. Jamming with 660 in front of the Opera House.
Bro, so mean, bro.
Crazy.
That's bucket list kind of
Fuck
stuff.
100%.
And it was mean because like I'm able to claim that I'm the first fan to ever perform with them.
Yo.
Yeah, I can claim that, bro, because I am the first fan to ever perform with them.
You're a part of 660 now, basically, yeah.
It's cool, bro.
No, that's awesome, brother. We got some quick fire questions, but I did want to just ask you, man, like what's your plans after rugby? Have you put much thought to that around like next steps post the career?
To be honest, not really. I really should, but I haven't really. I was really wanting to invest, like just look into investments where I can just kind of, like I want to be able to. I want to get the easiest job that I can with the most amount of money when I finish work, But like it's more for my kids and like to me, money's nothing. Like like I can just go spend $50 and not care about it, Only because like like money was never a big thing to me growing up. You know?
True.
But yeah, as long as I can have money that I can put roof over their head, that's all I really care about. But I've taken a liking to like a local like firefighting.
Yo, man.
Yeah, I went and did a bit of firefighting and a bit of mechanicking. I've always been I'm a big Fast and Furious like growing up watching it. And so I've always been into cars, but I've never known how the car works. And so I've did a bit of work experience with mechanicking, and then I went and did firefighting for a little bit.
Man,
and it was cool, bro. Yeah, and like being in the firefighting environment, it's pretty cool because it's almost like rugby.
Yeah,
you have to be a team
to
be able to operate. So like when I went in, I was like, damn, this just feels like I'm back at training with the boys. And I was like, I could do this.
I've heard that for like the pro firefighters too, because they're just like on call. You've got your boys that you're with most of the time that you're kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, well, because they have to stay at the fire station when they clock in, and they're basically just waiting around for a call, just doing checkups on trucks and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I could do that.
You'll be a mean firefighter, bro.
That'd be cool, bro.
That'd be good. You breaking into a house.
I might be just a bit too heavy. I might walk on the floor and I might crack underneath me. That's the only thing.
That'd be a mean job. No, that's cool. That's awesome, bro. And yeah, no doubt you'll be the next New Zealand Warren Buffett to find some mean investments. I've just got my little girl onto Sharesies, which is mean. So she's got like her own little Sharesies thing and just teaching her about investing.
Yeah.
And that's been cool because it's like, I'm like, well, what are you into? She's like, I like movies. Cool, put $5 in Disney.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Make it like a cool environment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, me and Mumsy we want to set up all these set up
little
stuff like
eggs
yeah. We'll set up these stuff for them so like when they're 18 they don't have to worry about money and stuff like that. Just go and live your life. If you want to study, go study. If you want to go work, whatever you want to pursue, I'm always going to support you.
It's what's so cool about being a dad, because you can set up things that you just didn't have as a child.
Exactly.
And that's something I never had. Like we've never came from money either, and never sort of grew up with financial literacy. But trying to encourage that into my daughter, I'm like, fuck, imagine if you started investing when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah. We live what we wanted in our childhood dreams through them.
That's it, bro.
Through them, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, just want to say a massive thank you, brother, for jumping on.
Thank you for having me, bro. I'm so stoked that you reached out, and I'm pretty stoked to be here. It's actually, this is pretty cool setup you got here, man.
Cheers, brother.
Good
all
old
in
thing
the heart of Porirua. But no, I really appreciate your time, bro.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
And sorry, the podcast studio is about 150 degrees.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, bro.
We just like to keep people on edge in here. All right, we've got some quick fire questions.
Yeah, man.
But before we move to that, where can people keep in touch with you and your mahi, bro?
On my Instagram, Pasilio.Tosi.
Man, we'll chuck a link in the description whether you're watching or listening. Bro, what brings you true happiness?
When my family's happy.
What is the meaning of life?
To love and care for one another.
Advice you wish you knew about when you were younger?
I don't know. I don't really know.
We can come back to that one.
Yeah, sorry.
What does legacy mean to you?
leaving behind something that my kids and their kids can be proud of.
If you could change one thing in New Zealand, what would this be?
Tax rates.
Tax rates.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's good. I think we've had that one on the podcast before.
Yeah.
We've had vapes a few times. What do you believe is the main thing that's holding back young people in New Zealand?
That little voice in their head telling them they can't do it. If I can make it from being poor kid from Levin, then anyone can. Yeah.
That's mean, bro. We'll go back to the last one. Advice you wish you knew about when you were younger. Think about a 10-year-old Pasi. What does he need to know from what you've learned now?
Oh, don't listen to what other people tell you.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Yeah, like, no one ever doubted me in rugby, but it was almost like, bro, surely you can pick another job than rugby player. You know what I mean? It was they never put me down.
Yeah.
But it was just like, you want to be a rugby player?
Yeah.
Surely you want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you now, bro.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you, bro.